I did make the New York Post look.
What's up, foodies? Welcome back. Today we have 3 celebrity influencer cases, and all 3 ended very differently. This is your Celebrity Crime Roundup with Houston Foodie 713. One person received prison time, another avoided jail but must repay thousands of dollars, and a former Houston Rockets star had his case dismissed completely. Let's start with the outcome receiving the most backlash. Courtney Clenney. Clenney, an OnlyFans creator, also known online as Courtney Taylor, pleaded guilty to manslaughter with a deadly weapon in the 2022 fatal jabbing of her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli. She was originally charged with second-degree murder and had maintained for years that she acted in self-defense. Her attorneys claimed the jabbing happened during a violent confrontation inside the couple's Miami condominium. Prosecutors presented a different picture. They pointed to evidence of an increasingly volatile relationship, including footage showing Clenney hitting Obumseli inside an elevator before his death. The case was scheduled to go before a jury, but that trial will no longer happen. On August 10th, Clenney accepted a plea agreement and formally pleaded guilty to manslaughter. The judge sentenced her to 6 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation. She must also undergo a mental health evaluation and receive any recommended treatment. Here is the part generating the biggest reaction. Clenney has remained in custody since August 2022, and the court credited that time toward her sentence. Her attorneys estimate she may have only 18 months to 2 years remaining behind bars. If she violates probation after her release, however, she could face additional consequences. Christian Obumseli's mother addressed the court before sentencing and described the birthdays, holidays, and future conversations that her family will never share with him. This plea establishes Clenney's legal responsibility for manslaughter. It does not mean a jury decided whether every allegation made by either side about the relationship was true. But after 4 years of competing claims and pretrial hearings, the criminal case has now reached a final resolution. There was a lot of controversy and debate about Miss Courtney. Lots of people did not sympathize with the death of her boyfriend because he dissed or was very dismissive of Black women on his social media.
I did make the New York Post look. It's crazy. It is a flex because I don't see y'all on there.
Our second story involves controversial Texas influencer Ash Trevino. Ashley Lopez Trevino pleaded guilty on August 5th to welfare fraud and fraudulently, I always have a problem saying that word, securing the execution of a document. According to the reported plea agreement, Trevino must complete 2 years of community supervision, 120 hours of community service, an anti-theft program, and financial counseling. She must also pay $16,799.95 in restitution to the Texas Health and Human Services Commission. Trevino was arrested in December after authorities accused her of receiving government benefits through fraudulent information. She initially told her online audience that she intended to fight the allegations. She was later taken back into custody after authorities accused her of violating her bond conditions by purchasing and consuming alcohol. Her attorneys disputed those allegations at the time. The meaningful change is that Trevino has now pleaded guilty. She avoided a prison sentence, but she will be supervised for 2 years and must repay the money covered by the agreement. That outcome has created an obvious debate. Was probation and restitution enough, or should a fraud case involving public benefits have resulted in jail time? Our final story has a completely different ending, and this one has a direct Houston connection. A Harris County judge dismissed former Houston Rockets star James Harden's misdemeanor pow charge at the prosecution's request. Harden was arrested in Houston on June 13 after police reported finding an unholstered handgun in plain view inside his vehicle. Court records now show that Harden completed an alternative resolution program that allowed the charge to be dismissed and enabled him to avoid a criminal conviction. The publicly available documents do not explain every requirement Harden completed, so we should not speculate about conditions that have not been released. This is also an important distinction. A dismissal does not mean the original arrest never occurred. It means the criminal charge was ended without a conviction after Harden completed the approved program. So these 3 cases produced 3 very different outcomes. Courtney Clenney pleaded guilty to manslaughter and received prison time. Ash Trevino pleaded guilty to fraud, received community supervision, and must repay nearly $17,000. And James Harden completed an alternative resolution program and has had his misdemeanor charge dismissed. Now, I want to hear from you. Which outcome surprised you the most? Do you believe Courtney's sentence was too lenient? Was probation appropriate for Ash Trevino? And should completing a diversion-style program result in a dismissed charge? Share your opinion in the comments. Keep the conversation respectful and subscribe to Houston Foodie 713 for more celebrity crime updates and hot topics. Thanks for watching. Bye.